Are you guys looking to stack your God Squad? Check out AOA.com for the cheapest coins in the market. Make sure you guys use code SNODS at checkout to get 3% off on your order. Let's stack that squad, baby. Yo, what is going on, boys? It's SNODS here. We're back with another video, and today we're going to be covering the best budget players that are out there in the game as of now. I am no money spent, so I'm always looking for those budget players, and we have found a lot. Even money spent players are using these players. That's how glitchy they are. So before we get into this, if you guys are new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 1,000. So if you enjoy MUT content, Madden content, all that good stuff, consider subscribing to the channel and be much appreciated. Also, Underdog Fantasy, we've got NFL season starting this week. Be sure to use code SNODS at checkout on Underdog Fantasy app. That link will be in the description. They will match up to $100 in your first deposit if you use code SNODS. So if you guys could help me out with that, that would be great. So anyways, budget players. Let's get into this. We're going to go over some offensive players. We're going to go over some defensive players. No specific order. I just want to throw out players out there that you guys should have that are budget friendly. And a lot of these cards are absolutely free. So let's get into it. So as we know, with the field pass and all that stuff, there's a lot of free options out there. And some of these players, actually pretty much all of these players, are some of the best cards in the game. So the first one that I'm going to start with is CeEDEE Lamb. 87 overall. Couple weeks, well, about a week ago, 87 overall CeEDEE Lamb was probably one of the best receivers in the game. Once Justin Jefferson came out, and we've got Randy Moss and all that stuff. Obviously, he's not the best, but I still think he's a very, very good wide receiver 2, 3, or 4. He could still be a wide receiver 1 for you if you don't have anything else. But yeah, CeEDEE Lamb, he's still playing on my team. I have short and elite on him. He's been really good for me. Next one, we're staying on offense, and we got to put him on here. It's Donald Parham Jr., 86 overall. He is a little bit expensive if you're looking to buy him, but if we go in the field pass and you complete it, the headliners field pass is actually very, very easy to complete. At the very end, you get a free 86 overall of your choice. And Donald Parham was my selection. I selected Donald Parham because this dude is an absolute monster. Looking at his stats, or his attributes, they are still pretty good, but you see other tight ends out there right now, like Dave Casper, Jeremy Shockey. You got all these other tight ends coming out there way better looking, but I still think Donald Parham is one of the best tight ends in the game. This dude is so OP simply because he is 6'8". Aggressive catching is huge this year in Madden 23, and I still think this Donald Parham card is going to be pretty relevant for a few more weeks. I feel like he was going to be relevant until like 92s and 93s start coming out. That's how good this dude is. Next one, this one's kind of, I debated on putting this one on the list, but I'd just go ahead and throw him out there. This was the competitive field pass, the first competitive field pass. He was the reward for the 88 overall. Now, if you didn't complete that, unfortunately, we can't use him. You cannot buy him. He is a B&D card that you have to earn through the field pass. But if you did, and he's just sitting in your binder and you have like an Aaron Rodgers or something like that, this is exactly what I did. I had Aaron Rodgers. I do think Aaron Rodgers is a little bit better, but he sells for so many coins, and you have to know that we're going to be getting a gunslinger or a set feet lead quarterback here soon, and Aaron Rodgers' price is going to drop a little bit. So what I did, I sold Aaron Rodgers for like 300K, and I used this Trevor Lawrence. This Trevor Lawrence is not that bad. I put quick draw on him, so as soon as he starts to get pressured, he does get rid of the ball a little bit quicker. His throw release is a little slow, but it's not horrible. It's not to the point where it's not tolerable like some of these other quarterbacks. So I do like Trevor Lawrence. He is actually my no money spent starting quarterback as of now. All right, so now we're going to hop over to the defensive side of things, and I'm going to put Grant Delpit in this list. Yes, he is a little expensive right now if you plan on buying him, but I got Grant Delpit by playing the solo challenges for Campus Heroes. Now you can get a free 87 out of that, and you can also get another 87 out of playing house rules. So I got this B&D Grant Delpit out of my solo challenges, and he is my user right now at strong safety. He plays the linebacker position, and I personally think this is the best user in the game. Grant Delpit plays so well, and he's quick. He makes a lot of big interceptions for me. He's got good coverage stats. and he's just a beast. I really like Grant Delpit. Next, we're going back to the field pass, and that is STEPHON Gilmore. Now, you get this guy at, I believe, level 40 or 41, one of the two. And I realize a lot of people don't have this card yet, but eventually you will get him. You still have a lot of time on the field pass, and by the time you get him, he's still going to be relevant. This dude looks really, really good. Got good speed, good acceleration. All of his coverages are above an 85. He's very, very usable right now. And even, you know, as a couple weeks go by, even when the next season comes out, I still think STEPHON Gilmore is going to be a nice little, you know, cornerback 4 or 3, something in that area. He plays very, very well. Again, guys, and just keep in mind, a lot of these cards that I'm showing you, they're completely free. All you have to do is just play the game a lot, and you get these cards for free. You get some of the best cards in the game. So grind out these field passes, man. Next player I'm going to be covering is a middle linebacker, and it's Isaiah Simmons. Now, this is his core elite card, 82 overall. It's showing 83 because there's some kind of chemistry going on here. But I have his 82 core elite. I know there is an 83 overall, and that's the pre-order bonus or whatever. But I understand that most people did go with Montez Sweat with that, because it made a little bit more sense. But I have his 82 overall core elite, and I don't have an extra safety to sub in at middle linebacker, and this is actually who I use right now. Isaiah Simmons actually plays really well, and for a little bit there, I was looking to replace him because he's a little bit of a lower overall. He's a little slower than everybody else, and I was just looking for somebody to replace him, but I didn't want to spend a lot of coins, and this is why I'm keeping him right now. So if you guys look at other linebackers that are in the game, we're comparing him to this 85 overall Zach Cunningham that is free as well, and he looks good for the most part. Zach Cunningham is a good linebacker, but if we look down at the bottom, we're relying on Isaiah Simmons to do a lot of zone coverage, the type of defense that I run. Look at the difference. Zach Cunningham has a 62 zone coverage, and Isaiah Simmons has an 81. 81 is really good for a middle linebacker in zone coverage. And Isaiah Simmons, he does not play bad for me at all. So having 81 zone coverage is really good. And he has way better zone coverage than most of the middle linebackers that are in the game, believe it or not. I don't have really any other middle linebackers to compare him to. But we look at guys like Trayvon Walker. He's not a middle linebacker, but still, you can look at the difference. 54. Micah Parsons has 85. He's just a beast. Miles Jack is at 70. 64. I mean, you look at other linebackers in the market out there, this is how it looks. He has way better zone coverage than everybody, and I think it's because he was a former strong safety and they want to give him that zone coverage. So it makes sense. Isaiah Simmons, if you don't have a safety to sub in at middle linebacker, consider this Isaiah Simmons. He's cheap and he can cover. Next is going to be another free card that you can get in the all Madden solos, and that is the 86 overall cornerback, Randy Moss. This is an out of position card. I was skeptical with this card. I felt like he was going to get beat a lot, but he's still very usable. He's like my cornerback 3 or 4, but he still gets in the game a lot for me. I used to have mid-zone KO on him, and he got a lot of knockouts for me. But I have other corners to replace him. But if you guys don't have that kind of budget to get a L'Jarius Sneed and you don't have that STEPHON Gilmore yet, consider Randy Moss. He's really, really good. He has 6'4" as his height. He's a very, very tall corner, and he's able to keep up with the best. And he, like I said, he's gotten a lot of knockouts for me. He plays really good. Next, I'm going to go over 2 of these guys in the team captains players that you guys can choose. You can do that by playing the team captains solos. You'll get a bunch of tokens and you'll be able to upgrade whoever you want to an 88 overall. I have 2 of those players. My first one is Eric Allen. This guy is actually in my lineup right now. Now soon here, he's probably going to get a little bit washed up, but at first I was a little skeptical about this guy because he's only 5'10". He's not very tall, and I thought he was going to get beat a lot. I just put him on my team about a week ago. This dude plays really, really well. He gets a lot of interceptions for me. He does not get beat very often at all. I've put this dude up against Randy Moss. I've put him up against Justin Jefferson, and he does just fine. I really like how this dude plays. It really works if you guys put some kind of knockout ability on him. Because as soon as a receiver catches the ball and they touch him, they drop the ball. And Eric Allen, I feel like he's always there on the field. Next one, of course, I had to pull him up here on MUT.GG because I don't have him on my player anymore, but I did at the beginning of the season. On my, oh my, Keyshawn Johnson. I still think he's one of the better receivers in the game. I just replaced him with Justin Jefferson, and I replaced him with Devontae Adams. So he didn't have a fit on my team anymore, but I still think he's going to be really, really good throughout the entire year. As we all know, these 88s will get upgrades, and at the end of the year, they will be a 99. Keyshawn Johnson, his speed is a little low, but the way Madden 23 plays this year is a little bit different. If you're a tall receiver, you're going to be able to catch a lot of people, and Keyshawn Johnson did just that for me. So if you're looking for a nice free receiver, you get an 88 overall out of it, definitely consider Keyshawn Johnson. Next on my list here is going to be another strong safety, and that is JAYRON KEARSE, 84 overall. Really love this dude. I just recently got rid of this guy because I was able to get Grant Delpit. If I didn't have Grant Delpit, I would still have this JAYRON KEARSE. This dude is 6'4". He was my user. Definitely recommend using him as a user. If you don't, he's going to get burnt a lot because of his speed. He is a little on the slower end, but if you have him as a user, you'll be able to have a little bit more control on this player. And the fact that he's 6'4", he's able to get up and get those picks if you have him at linebacker. So definitely recommend JAYRON KEARSE as a user for sure. And I wanted to kind of put this part in here for my budget people. Offensive line. Don't spend a bunch of coins on offensive linemen. Please don't. My entire offensive line is B&D players. Don't spend a bunch of coins on an 87 overall Gary Zimmerman. Take the B&Ds. If you have a B&D and you're not sure who to get, take a lineman. Because honestly, in my opinion, I don't think this 87 overall Gary Zimmerman plays any different than this 82 overall Gabe Jackson that I have. Take the lower overalls at offensive lineman if you guys absolutely need to buy one, because the way blocking is in Madden 23 this year, I really don't think it matters right now what the overall is for your offensive lineman. So if you're looking to try to upgrade your offensive line and get those, 85 pluses, to me, in my opinion, anything over 81 is perfect for O-line. So if you need to buy something, just buy an 81 or an 82 and save yourself some coin. They play the same as an 86 or an 87, to be honest. This might change a little bit throughout the year because I don't know if they're going to come out with patches and stuff like that for offensive linemen, but right now I haven't seen much of a difference at all. So either take a B&D offensive lineman, or if you have to buy one, take the lower overall. Next one on my list is going back on offense, and that's wide receiver MARQUEZ VALDES-SCANTLING. This is going back to the Keyshawn Johnson thing. This dude is 6'4". He's got a really good height. Height is very important in Madden 23. And that's not all this guy has going for him. 86 speed is pretty damn good for a card that's 84 overall. He's only about 30,000 coins or something like that, so it's nothing too crazy. 86 speed during this time of year is very, very good. And the fact that he's tall, he's able to catch over those shorter cornerbacks. Very, very good option. Guys, I know that probably wasn't a lot. I wanted to go ahead and try to get every position, but to be honest, there's not a lot of budget beasts in every single position out there. So those are just the players that really jumped out to me. So if you guys have any budget beasts that I missed in this video, go ahead and throw it down in the comments. I'm very, very curious to see what other budget beasts are out there that I don't really know about. So let me know down in the comments. If you guys are looking for budget players, try out these players and see if they work for you. I hope they do. That's going to be it for this video, boys. I appreciate you guys tuning in here. Again, we're almost at 1K subscribers. That would be such a cool milestone to have right before the football season starts. So I appreciate all of your guys' support. I love to see it. That's going to be it, boys. I'm out of here. Peace.